So, if you think about it, Bruce Wayne really puts his heart into saving people whenever Gotham is thrown into chaos. You can see how much he cares about protecting his city, especially when you compare his approach to Superman's, who, while fighting bad guys, tends to leave a trail of collateral damage behind. This really brings to light the tricky moral choices that heroes have to deal with. Now, let's talk about kryptonite. This stuff is a game changer because it's like a kryptonite-sized chink in Superman's armor. It shows us that even our greatest heroes aren't invincible and can have their weaknesses exploited, which adds a whole new layer to the conflict brewing between them. Meanwhile, we have Lois Lane diving into her investigation in a war-torn area. This really highlights how misinformation can be a double-edged sword, leading to some serious moral dilemmas. And it definitely complicates the relationships between the different factions, making everything even more intense. Gotham City has this unmistakable vibe, thanks to its Gothic architecture and gritty urban landscape. These elements really help shape its unique visual identity, and honestly, they play a massive role in how the story unfolds. Plus, the way Gotham is often portrayed in different media really shapes how people see it. It's like this place wrapped in mystery and intrigue, which adds to its allure and makes the storyline all the more captivating. When you dig deeper, Gotham's portrayal often swims in themes of darkness and crime. This really reflects the day-to-day challenges that the people living there face, and it gives a bit more depth to the narrative surrounding this fictional city. And let's not forget about the repetitive scenes of Gotham. They serve a purpose. They actually create a mood that mirrors Bruce's inner turmoil. You really get a taste of the overall darkness that surrounds him, which adds an emotional punch to the story. As Gotham keeps popping up in the scenes, it almost feels like the city itself is a character in its own right. Its darkness parallels Bruce's struggles, making it clear that the city influences his experiences and decisions throughout his journey. Speaking of Bruce, his emotional evolution is quite the ride. You can see him learning to handle his feelings rather than letting them control him. And this growth is super important for his development as a character. The visual style of Gotham is something to behold. It gives off this dark, gritty vibe that perfectly reflects the troubled nature of the city. And that really helps to reinforce the mood of the entire narrative. Reiterating those scenes really zeroes in on how Gotham is not just a backdrop, but a character influencing the actions and emotions of our heroes and villains alike. This aspect adds so much depth to the storyline. Now, take a look at Gotham's architecture and urban landscape. They play a crucial role in shaping the events of the narrative, showing us this striking contrast between beauty and decay. It's like a constant reminder of the overall themes we're exploring. The iconic imagery of Gotham City is totally resonant in the superhero genre. You can't overlook how crucial this setting is for establishing the mood and themes of the story we're diving into. Throughout the storyline, Gotham City also serves as this stage for various character arcs and conflicts. The vibe of the city really influences the actions and motivations of its inhabitants, especially the heroes and villains. When you think about how Gotham is visually represented, it really helps strengthen its reputation as a troubled city. Those ongoing scenes might even symbolize the never-ending challenges faced by its residents. And let's wrap this up by reflecting on the recurring images of Gotham. They truly emphasize its iconic architecture and that urban decay vibe, encapsulating the tough history and struggles faced by the people living there. In the end, Gotham City really sets the foundation for all these characters as they navigate their journeys. The city influences their choices and helps shape their destinies as the story unfolds, and that connection is essential for their development. Overall, the atmosphere of Gotham is key to the narrative's mood. With its dark alleyways and looming buildings, it builds suspense and tension, keeping the audience on the edge of their seats.